Hey, Smokin Gang, welcome back to Smokin Tarot. I'm Tasha, that tarot reader, and I'm going to start off with a huge thank you to all you guys because now we're at 70 subscribers. I am so happy. Thank you to all of you who have subscribed and are watching. I really appreciate it, and the ones that don't watch but subscribe, that's cool too. But please come on in and watch a few readings, all right? And thank you so much again, you guys, for everything. I am trying to upgrade how I do things, so just bear with me. And maybe some imperfections here and there, but we gonna do it, okay? And it's only up from here, as I always say, okay? So thank y'all so much again. 70 subscribers. I am so happy. All right. I hope everybody's doing great. This is Saturday morning. I think we're still on morning. Oh, it's Saturday. It's Saturday afternoon, y'all, because I've been working hard this morning, okay? So, I got my other tarot house here we're going to work with, all right? And I'm going to start off with a couples read, all right? So, this is still a general reading for a couple out there. Either you're married or engaged or just a boyfriend girlfriend, okay? I'm just going to say that one time because if I keep repeating it, it's going to sound weird, okay? So whatever couple you are, this reading is for you, okay? So let's get started. There we go. Okay, now we're recording over here. I thought we were recording the whole time, but that's okay. We're getting to the part where it needs to see it. This camera right here is for, you probably already know, it's just to aim at the card so you can see everything that I'm doing, all right? So we have our man here and our woman here, all right? In the relationship, marriage, or engagement, all right? Let's make sure everything's lined up. Seems like every time I get on the table, somebody's texting me or I get some type of news headline or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, And I sure do thank everyone for your compliments and comments. I really appreciate it. I really do. So more comments come in. That'd be awesome. And please, everyone, remember, only take what resonates. Um, Everything's probably not going to relate to everyone, all right? So I really appreciate y'all. And anyone that's watching the Nolan Wells case, I did a reading on that. I actually did two. I did part one and part two, which really combined into one reading because the same cards came up twice. All right. So that shows me that there's something to this. Um, so if y'all want to watch those, they're in my list of videos. All right. Go back and watch the Nolan Wells case when you can. Okay. I don't want to do any more than that because I'm not doing it for views. I'm not saying that anyone else is, but I was pulled to do a reading on him on the case. Unless something really um, comes out that's different, I don't think another reading is needed because I already read that justice will come to the family and for young Nolan Wells. So again, rest in peace, Nolan Wells. Okay. All right. So first, and plus out of respect for the family, you know, I don't want to keep saying this happened to him, that happened to him. The family has to watch all this online or they hear about it. You know, it's just not good for them, the family, to how would I feel if I was in that situation? People are just saying, oh, he was this, he was that, he was, you know, done this way, his body was like that. No, I don't think that's necessary. I just did my reading that I was called to do, and that's it. All right. And that's it. I'm sorry, y'all. All right. So first, we're gonna do this couple's reading. All right. First, I'm gonna do the man, the gentleman. This card. I better not do that. This card will signify what's on his mind. This is the past energy foundation, or what's happening now, future. Okay, I'm going to put the female over to the side a little more. All right. Then I'm going to put hers too. Well, first I already shuffled for him, so I better shuffle for her separate. Okay. So let's dig in. First, what's on the male's mind right now? Your male's mind, collective. This is for the collective. The ring. Oh, you're going to, okay, the man is considering a ring or a partnership or an engagement. All right. If you're not married, all right. Or if you're married, maybe he's going to buy you a new one. Okay. All right. Past energy. The whip. Oh my goodness. Now the whip can go in a couple of different directions here. Okay, y'all. Let me pull this up so y'all can see it. Okay. So what's on the man's mind is the ring. I don't know if this camera can catch it so well. This is my lesser expensive camera here. All right. And the whip is next. Okay. And that's what I'm about to explain here in a minute. The whip. Okay. The whip can mean a couple of things as far as the past energy or energy or any energy. The whip can be that there have been arguments in the past, disagreements, anything that, like that, right? Because it's a whip on here. So it can mean that y'all had disagreements in the past. And the whip can mean something sensual, sexual, crack that whip in the bedroom, know what I'm saying? Whip appeal. Remember that song, Babyface? All right. See that whip? So there's whip appeal right here, all right? So y'all got some whip appeal. I'm going to take it as whip appeal instead of arguments, but y'all probably had your arguments too. All of us have if you're in a relationship, okay? All right. Foundation or what's happening. Okay, the mice. Ooh, something's gnawing on the male in the relationship. All right? Something's gnawing on the male. What's going on here? What problem are we having, okay? I guess when we get to the tarot, we'll get to the bottom of that, all right? And future energy here, the book, okay? Education, gonna learn something. We gonna learn today, okay? All right, so let's get started, shall we? First, we're gonna have the tarot to clarify the ring. Because if you're not married, you're just in a relationship or an engagement, well, I'm sorry, if you're in an engagement, he's considering a ring. If you're already married, maybe he's going to get a new one, or this is just, your marriage is what's on his mind, okay? And things from the past. I think this is looking like a decent reading, pretty good, but we don't know yet. So, already, okay. We got Ace of Cups. So this is something new because we're clarifying the ring, aren't we? So Ace of Cups does signify something new. New relationship, new baby, new beginnings, okay? New relationship, new babies, new beginnings. So, all right, I can pretty much disregard, maybe, I think saying disregard this as a marriage that's currently happening, but maybe not, because a marriage can also have a new beginning after y'all have had an argument. So this can be taken a couple of ways. Whip appeal, arguments. So this person wants to renew things with you, okay? Collective, or to the collective that's married or engaged or in a relationship. I said I was going to say that once, but I can't help it. Okay. All right, so this is something new. All right, something new is beginning. Oh, look at here. Also under that is a Ten of Cups. Everything. Ten of Cups means a happy union. All right, so yeah, it's whip appeal then. So this whip means y'all have whip appeal. Y'all are doing it, okay? So let's look at the other side. Priestess. This means intuition. So, all right, so you have intuition as far as, you believe that everything's going great with the marriage. Or High Priestess can also mean, I don't know, did I show y'all that? Be mysterious too, okay? So maybe you're being mysterious, my male collective there. with the new ring. Okay. Let's clarify the whip. And that's the past energy, or, you know, what y'all have been going through. Wow, that's beautiful. All right, to start with. Okay, we're clarifying the whip here. Okay. Strength. Okay. So strength has gotten y'all this far as your relationship. You've gotten past the arguments. All right. This is a 3 of Wands. Patience and waiting. So this person's waiting for the ship to come in. In other words, I wonder if y'all separated at one point or broke up at one point. This person was waiting for your return, collective. So this shows waiting, commerce, returning. So yes, you know, it took y'all some strength to get past everything, all right, and come back to each other. All right, let's clarify the mice. What's going on here? What is gnawing on y'all's current situation here? Because you are learning. Oh, this is a 5 of Swords. So there was a betrayal. Ah. Was it you, the husband, boyfriend, fiance? Okay. Who betrayed who? This is a 5 of Swords here. Where there was some sort of fight, where y'all had an argument, whatever. But you decided to lay down your swords. Or someone laid down the sword. Must have been the significant other, okay? Let's see what the other one says. Knight of Wands. Oh, you was waving that wand around. Ah, I see. Someone was waving their wand around. This could be the wife or you, okay? Or the girlfriend or you, whichever. So, a betrayal. There might have been someone who cheated. Either one of you two, okay? All right, a betrayal or something to do with that. That's gnawing. I can't say that's gnawing on your marriage or your relationship. All right. And so, I believe it looks like to me, collective male in the relationship, you may have been. Well, I'm not gonna say that. I was gonna say you may have been the one to betrayal to do the betrayal, the cheating, because the book says you learned something. Or you're learning something, but it could have been the female in the relationship as well, because maybe you learned something about the relationship that was not quite right, that she felt like she had to leave and be with someone else. But I'm just going to go with this narrative right now that there was a betrayal of some sort. Someone cheated. They used their rod, be it male or female, and that's gnawing because of the mice, okay? This is troubling your marriage currently, okay? Or relationship. The book, let's clarify the book. Even though we know what the book means. The Star. This person's nude, so I'm going to cover it up, okay? And y'all forgive my nails. I just didn't feel like painting them last night. The Star. So you see your wife as the star or girlfriend, I'm going to say significant other. You see your significant other as the star. And you've learned to see that person that way, okay? Instead of someone else. All right, let's get another card here or another 2 cards. Knight of Swords, okay? Now, Knight of Swords is bringing in clarity. So you've had clarity brought into you, all right? To know that you want to do better, okay? Clarity has been brought into this relationship. But then here's the 3 of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles, okay? Maybe there were others involved. Yes, this definitely confirms the cheating, or the fact that other people are involved in y'all's relationship, marriage, whatever. Okay, so the Three of Pentacles definitely confirms that there was a third party of some sort. All right, but you're learning because the book came up. So that's the future energy. Y'all are learning, and y'all are going to press on, all right, from this, okay? So far that is the male side, all right? So let's go over to the woman in the relationship, all right? Again, this is a couples read. It's not for everyone. It can be very specific. Only take what resonates. And I will be doing another reading here where we do it the regular way with my card, the messy way, I like to say. All right. But I just thought I'd celebrate with a couples read because I haven't done one in a long time. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started with the woman's side of the situation, of this relationship. All right. We're going to start with, I hope y'all can see that. Okay. We're going to start with what's on her mind, the past, current or foundation, future. Okay. Let's see what she's doing, or what she's, how she's taking this. Okay. So we're on the female side of this. All right. Okay. Let's make sure these are all together here. All right. All right. What's on the female's mind? Loyalty. Okay. The dog came up, so we know in Lenormand that means loyalty. Okay. The dog. Yeah, my dog is sitting right next to me, by the way. Okay, that's it. Symbolizes loyalty. What's on her mind? She wants loyalty. Somebody she can depend on. The past energy. The anchor. Okay. Anchor. Again, foundation. She wants something that she can really, that's going to hold her down. So that's what the anchor would be for. Okay. Foundation. What's current? The bouquet. A gift. Okay, so she's standing on a gift. All right, maybe you gave her a gift, collective, or what's going on, the gift, or this could mean the gift of y'all working things out finally. Okay, maybe you gave her the ring already, or you gave her a bouquet of flowers to try to, I'm talking to the male at this point, maybe she received a bouquet of flowers from you, male collective, to smooth things over, to try to make this relationship better, okay? Or this marriage better, whichever one, all right? So I'm going to turn over what the future energy is. Oh, unfortunately, we have an obstacle, which could be the past situation where there was cheating, okay? Because we already have established that there was cheating going on with this Knight of Wands, along with the third party card, okay? Knight of Wands, over here on the male's end, third party. So it's looking like the male cheated, okay? So this is getting very specific. If this is not your reading, you can just, just wait. We'll get to y'all, okay? Or, that's just how it is. It's a general reading. What resonates, keep it. Again, what doesn't, don't keep it. All right. So future energy here. There's an obstacle. So it's going to always be an obstacle. I mean, I've been cheated on. A lot of us out here have, even though your relationship's looking like it's going to survive and everything, on his end, you see how things are still gnawing on him. He still feels guilty about what he did. Okay? The male feels guilty about what he did. He was waving that wand around out there in the streets, waving that little thing around. All right? So that will always be on her mind. You see that? Future energy. That someone she thought that was loyal to her in her mind could do that. Okay? So let's go to the tarot to clarify. Okay? Let's clarify the loyal person, loyal friend, the world. See, this is someone who meant the world to her. The world, okay? Now, the world can mean a completion of something, something that is completed. Well, y'all did um, make it to being married, etc. And even this, see, look at this. You got 10 of married or engaged or being together even. So that was a completion of a goal, okay? You completed a goal. And there's 10 of cups, okay? 10 of cups and completion. So it looks like her loyal person, which is the male in the relationship, or the person that, I'm sorry, that she felt was going to be loyal to her, the person by her side, that was the world to her. He is, okay? All right? So let's get another card there for the loyalty. The Hermit, okay? What's on her mind? And this is probably getting her like sad, or she's to herself for a while because of the betrayal, okay? The past was an anchor. She felt like the husband was her anchor, but she couldn't, because of what happened, kind of messed things up, okay? For the, King of Cups, okay. Did I say clarify the anchor yet before I did this? Because I see King of Cups here, okay? King of Cups is someone with a huge amount of emotion here. So this loads of emotion, all right? The cups are feelings, love. It's not necessarily always love, but it's just a lot of feelings involved here. A lot of emotion, especially concerning a betrayal. I think I would put this between the loyalty and the anchor, okay? Her King of Cups betrayed her, okay? And this could signify her feelings, very deep feelings that she has, okay? That's heavy, being the King of Cups, all right? Now, we are clarifying the anchor from the past, okay? Ooh, that caused indecision, okay? Blindfolded, she didn't want to believe this, that her anchor, her rock, could do this to her, all right? So this caused a lot of indecision. What was she going to do? Leave her anchor, her rock, okay? So let's get another card for the anchor. Justice. Balance was all, affected. So, yeah. This is 11. 2. Yep. That 11 boils down to a 2. Which is decisions, balance, and let me see. Indecisive. Yeah, I'm fixing to say on the flip side, that's indecision. But that's exactly, with this boiling down to a 2, that's 2 of swords right here. So the 2 of swords and justice, see, the justice she has a sword as well as balance, the scales. So that kind of put the wife, girlfriend, fiance into a place where, what am I going to do about this betrayal of feelings here, okay? I'm sorry, betrayal in my marriage or my relationship. That was the past energy. Now let's go to clarify the bouquet as far as foundation or current energy, okay? The Chariot, okay? Chariot is someone riding in, or a movement, change. Yes, change, movement, change. So maybe y'all moved somewhere different to get away from what happened, or basically we're moving on, all right? Moving on. We're moving on as a couple, because over here you are seen as the Star Collective. Your husband, boyfriend, fiance is learning, all right? And then we have the Ten of Cups for, you know, y'all are going to make this work. Look at the arms in there. They're united. The hands are united with the cup. Okay? So we see that there is hope because this ring is what's on the husband, boyfriend, fiance's mind. Okay? The male's mind is a ring. So y'all are moving on from the betrayal. Okay? And quit swinging that wand around, husband, okay? Boyfriend, fiance. All right. One more card for the bouquet. We got 2. Judgment, awakening. Awakening. Okay. So this caused an awakening, of course, in this situation. And look at this. You are not letting go, my female collective, okay, in the relationship. 4 of Pentacles. That means you're not letting go of this marriage. All right? That ain't happening. Okay? You are holding tight. So you had an awakening that your husband, fiance, boyfriend is not perfect. Okay? But he gave you the gift of something, the ring. Okay? So he said, hey, I'm going to straighten up my act. All right? I got rid of the third party. Or, I don't know. See, this third party came up in the current energy. But that just kind of confirms that there was one. Okay? So let's hope that he does get rid of that third party or that third person that's involved. Watch out for that because it is in the current energy. Okay? And in your current energy, female, in the relationship, there is a blockage. Okay? So that person may still be there, but y'all are working on your marriage. Oof, that's a tough one. Because, or at least you're going to always be thinking about this third party. Okay, both of you. Like, yes, gnawing. See, present energy and foundation. Gnawing. This rat is gnawing, that rat of betrayal, see, is gnawing on your marriage or your relationship. Okay? That rat is right there in the middle of it, gnawing on y'all. So it's not easy. It's going to take a good amount of strength to get past, especially if it's a marriage. If this is just a relationship, the third party situation, you got a chance to walk away, period. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to marriage, it's hard to say. All right, so let's look. And I know the reason why I say it's hard to walk away from a marriage is more involved in a marriage than just up and leaving. There's finances, houses, cars, all that junk. So, but if you haven't gotten all entangled like that, you can just walk away, once you find out whether or not this is a actual third party in action right now. Because it is in the current, is his current energy, unfortunately. Okay, now but I put that down as, I took it as like a confirmation that there was one. But we have to be careful on that. All right. This is to clarify the blockage, the mountain. Clarifying the blockage, which is the mountain. Okay. We have the Four of Wands. Four of Wands means celebrations coming together. So even though the past, there was a blockage there, or there is a blockage, the mountain or the blockage can still, it's there. We know it's there, right? Just like the rat, it's there, okay? We know it's there. However, you're going to try and go on with your celebrations, your happiness, you got the bouquet here, which is the gift of a ring, starting over. See, Ace of Cups here. We're starting over, okay? But in her mind, for the future, of course, it's still going to be that blockage right there. But y'all are moving on to, I'm clarifying it, it's just saying that the mountain is still there. But despite that y'all are going to try to make it work, all right? Let's get another card here. In reverse is the sun. Mm. So the sun came out in reverse. So that's going to kind of put a damper in things, okay? Because there was betrayal. So it's not a complete, it's not a perfect, perfect happiness coming, but y'all are going to make it work. Because look, you're not letting go. Four of Pentacles, you ain't letting go of this marriage. But, oh, Five of Cups, that's a depressed energy, okay? So we did say to clarify the obstacle, which is the mountain. And you just, a mountain you have to get over to celebrate the marriage. The sun is down, okay? Sad, darkness. And sure enough, the Five of Cups came out, depressed. But just like, this is like crying over spilled milk in a way, because you're looking at the three cups that are spilled in front of you, my female collective, because of the cheating and the betrayal. But behind you are two other ones. So he is trying to do better, to make this marriage work, or he's learning. He's in the learning process. This person may even be younger than you, okay? My female collective. So this person's still kind of, this is in your energy, by the way, but that depressed you. That is depressing you, because that is the current, okay? Even though y'all are showing happy family celebrations and all that, in the background there's still a sundown moment, right? And depression, okay? So it's hard to get past something like that. Anyone that's been cheated on or betrayed, that's just a difficult thing to get over. All right, and so that's her future energy, right? Here is that she's gonna hang on, but it's always gonna be brought up. It's always there, okay? And husband, boyfriend, fiance, make sure this is really gone, okay? Because this is showing current, future energy, third party, all right, a group of people. So let's make sure we don't do that. Even though you see your wife is the star, okay? I have to cover that because she's nude. But in the Knight of Swords, coming in with plenty of awakening, like you are, clarification. You see what's right, but the temptation to add third parties and fool around is still there, okay? So let's get rid of that. Let's hope you really, my male collective, learned your lesson, okay? All right, let's look at the bottoms of the deck real quick. Decks. All right, Queen of Rods, Queen of Wands. Okay, we got Queen of Wands here. All right. So we have the Wands down here, Knight of Wands. Wands is a sensual energy, creative energy. Queen of Wands could be the third party that's kind of dangling over y'all's head right now, okay? So I'm going to put that person right here. It could have been the third party that's involved, okay? Bottom of the Lenormand deck, the Snake. Oh gosh. Is this relationship, marriage, engagement snake bit? Because, like I said, as much as I would love for this to end positively, his future has third party energy to it. With a snake and a, oh my goodness, y'all. You saw it. You see what's there? See this? Heartbreak. Okay. Man, I don't know. Third party. Snake. Queen of Wands, Rods, and Heartbreak. Okay. So I'm going to put that right there in the middle of this. Yep, then we got third party coming up again. Three of Cups. Dang. Three of Cups. Man, this is not looking good in the end here, okay? We do have abundance on the other end here. Fish, you know, that usually shows financial abundance, okay? So money's not a problem with y'all, okay? Wow. We have a third, one more thing, though. We got the Wheel of Fortune, which is a turning point. So maybe there will be a turning point in y'all's relationship, okay? But right now, third party is written all over this, y'all. Even three fish in the abundance? Oh my goodness. So like I just read, there's still a third party involved in some way, my female collective. So yeah, just keep an eye out on that, especially if you're married. I mean, but in a relationship, you can just walk away from this. But I understand that on a marriage, it's a little harder to do. I've been married before, been divorced before. And though infidelity wasn't the reason why we divorced, it's just rough. It's not something you can just do up and do, you know. But yeah, so y'all, this has been my couples read. Uh, so for whom this resonates, all right, be careful. This is a marriage that looks like the wife is gonna try to hold on, the husband too. But unfortunately, we got a third party out there that's still dangling around. Uh, he's supposed to be learning his lesson about that. So let's hope he does the right thing. My couple there. All right. My dog jumped. All right. Smokin Tarot. I'm Tasha, that tarot reader, and thank y'all for 70 subscribers again. Another reading's coming right up. Thanks a lot, guys.